Photoshop CS4, like the previous version, has a tool that has a functionality to change the perspective in your image, and it's the crop tool. Now before I show you this, I just want to give you a little heads up that I have found sometimes it doesn't work exactly as advertised. So if you have an error, just undo and try again. For example, when I try to scale this door to flatten it, sometimes it'll stretch all the way across my screen. So I'm not sure whether or not it's a bug in the new version. But let me go ahead and show you how it works. You grab your crop tool as usual, and then you draw out a region that you want to use to change the perspective. You have to have perspective enabled, as you see here. And then you grab these little corners and you kind of stretch the corners so that they match the intended goal. When I hit enter or return, as you see here, now it takes that perspective and it flattens it out. However, my image also stretched up a little bit. That's an example of that bug I was talking about. So let me undo that, try again. And I'll try this tool once again, just very briefly. Hit enter or return, and it looks a little bit better. But once again, it's going to stretch your image to compensate for that. I actually got this door to stretch to the top and bottom of my screen when the tool didn't exactly function as advertised. So I just want to give you that little bit of a warning. This is very useful, especially for people who are doing 3D modeling. An image like this would be very difficult to map onto a polygon that's pretty much a box. But using the perspective, I can take a region like this and then follow the perspective a little bit in this image, hit enter or return, and now I have a pretty much usable piece of artwork that I can put on a polygon that's going to be the door to a building. Once again, this is the tool here, located in the usual place for the crop tool. Just make sure that when you draw, you have the perspective button enabled.